So we have read about the features of democracy, in which we read that how the people should be enlightened, how the majority party should give tolerance to the minority, also it should be given important power, and how it is important to become disciplined for the citizens as well as for the political parties. Now let us talk about the formulation of public opinion. What is the meaning of the formulation of public opinion, beta? Creating or preparing. Formulations means preparing or creating the public opinion. Which are the sources which finally create or formulate the opinion of the public? There are many agencies that help people in forming their opinion on any issue or problem. For example, newspapers and periodicals. Newspaper word, I think you all know what is the meaning of newspaper, but periodical maybe you don't know. Periodicals are those beta which comes after a fixed time period. For example, it can be weekly, it can be fortnightly. So when any magazine releases at a fixed time period, at the gap of 15 days, at the gap of 24 hours, at the gap of 1 week, then it is called to be periodicals. Newspapers educate the people and spread political awareness among them. They are the most effective means of public opinion. Also, the opinion expressed by various individuals and organizations are published in the newspaper and make the government aware of them. These views help the government in formulating policies on important issues. Now, it plays a role for both the sides, for the public also and for the government also. Whatever the government is doing, whatever is happening around the world, around the country, that we get to know with the help of the newspaper. Similarly, what is the opinion on any matter of the public? There are many people who keep publishing their reviews or their articles in the newspaper. By reading all these articles, government can also take the help of formulating the policies that public is in the favor of this or that, public wants this or public wants that. So it is ultimately helping to formulate the opinion for both public as well as government. Next comes radio, television and cinema. Newspapers influence opinion of only the literate people, literate public, the people who are educated. But the radio is heard even by the illiterate in every nook and corner of the country. Every nook and corner of the country means each and every part of the country. Television has now become so popular that people eagerly await the daily bulletins for the latest news. Bulletins means beta again news. Spoken news has a more direct impact on the people. When somebody is speaking against, like some person is standing before you and speaking something, then definitely it will create more effect. For example, these days we are teaching you through these videos. You are not able to see us. When we are doing the same teaching in the classroom, it will be more effective for you as compared to this one. Same is the case with when we are listening any news in the radio. We cannot see the person who is speaking the news, but when we are watching the news in the TV, we can watch the person also. So definitely the television can be more popular as we can see the persons directly, as we have the direct impact on it. Even discussions and plays go a long way in forming public opinion. Many films carry social, economic, and even political messages. Films also highlight the problems faced by the general public. Now, religion. How religion is also an important part. Religion teaches us universal brotherhood. None advocate hatred for or violence. It is a fact that there is no religion who actually teach us anything against any other person or any other religion. It is we people who create all this hatred or speaking against each other. Whereas religion always teach us value of universal brotherhood. Brotherhood means we should live always together in harmony, rather than paying importance to the religion or to the caste. All the religions teach us that we all are brothers and sisters of one God. Then comes schools and colleges. The books that we read influence our minds to a large extent. This is a hard fact. If we have read a good book which is giving good values, definitely you will be influenced with those values, you will try to practice those values. But if you are reading anything which is destructive, the values which are given are very negative, then naturally that will be your nature, that you will also try to behave the same way. But in schools and colleges, enlightens schools and colleges, the books that we read influence our mind. Schools and colleges prepare enlightened citizens of the country. Those who are well aware, such children or such citizens are prepared by the schools and colleges. Political parties, the entire political process in the representative democracy revolves around public offices. At the time of elections, all political parties declare their policies and programs. As I told, no manifesto. In that manifesto, they have to tell about their programs, their policies. So parties help people to think over national and local issues through meeting and manifestos. We become aware if a party is offering us that this is our plan, we will make this and that. So people become aware by listening all these programs of the political parties. Voluntary associations. What are the voluntary associations, beta? When any group has joined or formed to do something for the welfare voluntarily means willingly, they were not told by anyone, but they themselves chose to make such groups. So voluntary associations are also very helpful. Every country has a large number of voluntary associations. These include cultural, religious and economic associations. These associations, through street plays, processions and rallies, meetings and protest marches, contribute in the formulation of public opinion. What is going wrong, what is going right, all this is presented by such associations with the help of street plays, processions. What are the processions, beta? When a number of people move forward in an order to speak something or to tell something or to enlighten something, that is called to be processions. Rally is also part of it. Meetings and protest marches. Protest is better when any action shows any disapproval for something. Like we have seen strikes. No, in India strike is very common. So that is called protest. Contribute in the formulation of public opinion. When for any purpose any protest is done by the citizen of the country, it will ultimately convey that people are not liking this or that. For example, when GST was applicable, at that time also so many protests were done. So other things also when happen in India, though so many protests are done. So ultimately such protests help government to understand the opinion of the public. Now comes resolving conflicts. Resolving conflict means when we have some doubts. So you already know that India is a land of diversity. How India is a land of diversity? We do not only practice one religion, we do not only practice one language, we do not only eat same food, but after some kilometers we will have different language, we will have different dressing sense, we will have different food taste. So we have a diversity. Differences in region, race and religion sometimes divide people into groups. Everyone thinks we are the best. Everyone thinks which religion we practice, that is the best. Everyone thinks what food we eat is the best. So ultimately this opinion of always and feeling to be best creates so many conflicts. So this disturbs the harmony of the country, it disturbs the peace of the country and give rises to conflicts. Rise to conflicts means it creates so many doubts when we are disagreed for something. Let us read about some conflicts in our society. What type of conflicts we have in our society? First of all, river, water and dams. Water conflicts in India have reached every level and divided every segment of our society. Segment means beta parts of the society. Political parties, states, regions, sub-regions, within states, districts, caste and individual farmers. Everyone is divided on the name of rivers, water or dams. In countries with a federal structure of power, conflicts over the distribution and usage of water during different times of the year are a constant source of tension in India. The Kaveri River water disputes involve the states of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. The Krishna river water issues involves the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. These issues have resulted in tension between these states. Now one river crossing from so many states, this state wants that this water right is on this state, other state thinks no, because finally this river is reaching to this state, so all the rights are of this state. So finally this is creating so many issues. So the Krishna river water issue involves the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and these issues have resulted in tension between these states. The dispute over Ravi Byas water is between Punjab and Haryana, with Rajasthan as an additional party. Earlier it was only between Punjab and Haryana, but now even the Rajasthan has also joined this conflict. Water conflicts arises due to scarcity of water caused by faulty water management practice. Because the system is not properly organized, because the management is not handling the issues properly, and there is less availability of the water. Scarcity of the water means when something is available in less quantity. Because of all these problems, this conflict of the water has come. Most of the major rivers in India flow through more than one state. As I have already told that one river, suppose it begin from Haryana, it reaches to the Punjab, and finally it is going to the Rajasthan. So it is covering many states. So water disputes arise due to why this dispute actually started. The use, distribution or control of water with respect to many interstate rivers or river valleys. I have already told, one person is not handling the situation attentively or sensibly, that's why all the states are fighting for this water. The understanding of agreement relating to the use, distribution or control of such a water source. An agreement is made, but people are not clear about this agreement. Because of that misunderstanding also, all these issues are coming. The implementation of any such agreement or in the levy of any water rate. Levy is called beta tax or fine. Implementation means to actually execute that, to apply that. Because of the applying of such agreement, when it is given on the tax on the water, all this also become the reason of the dispute. Now comes minority. I have already told about the minority in government form, but right now here we are not talking about that minority which could not win. Here we are talking the minority of the people. Like in India, we say there are majority of the Hinduism. So there are other religions also, other caste also, which are in less number, right? So all the citizens in a democracy have the freedom to protect their culture. No one can be persecuted on basis of religion, race, caste or language. What is the meaning of persecuted, beta? Ill treated. Of course we have so many religions, so many castes, but if there is any religion which is having less number of people, doesn't mean we can insult them, we can ill treat them. All minority communities, whether religious, linguistics or otherwise, have equal rights to reside in different parts of the country and to protect their individuality. If there is any minority, let it be of religion, let it be of language, let it be of any other part, there is no reason, there is no chance that we can give them any less value. They all are protected individuality, they all are given equal rights in the country. Democracy can succeed only if people have faith in this system. If we have any disagreements, we should express them in a peaceful manner and try to understand the decisions of the government before protesting against them. Only then will our democracy be able to function as at its best. If suppose we have some objections on any policy, if we have some doubts, if we have some disagreements, the right way is not to call the protest, start breaking of the public property and all that, but the right way is to express your opinion, express your ideas peacefully and understand the decision of the government also. Then only we can actually run the democracy peacefully. Okay, so this is all about the chapter democracy. Let us sum up. Democracy means government of the people which is answerable to the people. A good democratic government is possible only if people are aware of their rights and duties. This is a very important point to understand, students. Our country follows a system of representative democracy. Elections for both center and state legislatures are normally held after every 5 years. As voters, people should not be misled in the name of the caste, religion, or regional loyalties. There are certain essential conditions for the successful working of a democratic government, such as awareness among citizens, enlightened and wise leadership, sound public opinion, tolerance, disciplined citizens, disciplined political parties, and social and economic equality. Many agencies help people in forming their opinion on any issue or problem, such as I told about the press, newspaper, cinema, schools, colleges, and other voluntary associations. Water conflict in India divide every segment of our society. So, in short, our government needs to pay attention towards the water conflict. This is all about the democracy, students. I hope it is clear, but still, if there is anything which is not clear, please ask me. Take care. Bye bye.